What if McDonald's famous Big Mac was a smash burger? Thank you for stopping by Ballistic Burgers. Today, I'm not doing a copycat of the Big Mac. I've already done two, one on Ballistic BBQ, one on Ballistic Burgers. What I'm doing is reimagining the Big Mac, and we are going to turn it into a smash burger. And first thing we're going to do is kick it off with a sauce, with their secret sauce, or they call it a special sauce. One thing I want to note, I got this recipe originally from a video I watched. It was one of McDonald's executive chefs showing the sauce. So I wanted to do a copycat. This was on Ballistic BBQs a long time ago. I went out and got all the ingredients, and I also stopped by McDonald's and picked up a burger. And I always, if I'm doing a sauce recipe and I have access to the restaurant, I'll always ask for a container of the sauce. They gave me a container of the sauce. I whipped up the chef's version of the sauce, very, very, very close. But the one thing I noticed is it wasn't as sweet as the sauce that McDonald's gave me. So the one addition that I made was some white sugar. Of course, we add sugar to everything. But I think this is probably about as close to McDonald's sauce, their special sauce, as you're ever going to get. We're kicking it off with 1 1/4 cup of mayo. And to that, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of sweet relish, sweet pickle relish. Just for some people, this is a two-sided spatula. I always get these comments, why am I using the handle? Small spatula or scraper, large one. That's why. 1 tablespoon yellow prepared mustard. It's funny, now whenever I use this scraper, I'm always self-conscious about that because I've had comments about it. 1 teaspoon white wine vinegar, 1 teaspoon onion powder, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, 1 teaspoon paprika, and 2 teaspoons of white sugar. Just mix that up. And obviously you can tell this will top a lot of burgers, and it's a really good sauce. So you don't just have to make Big Macs to use this sauce. It's good. And there we are, all done. And it tastes good. It's really, really good. And I always like to make this usually a day ahead of time because it only gets better in the refrigerator. All right, now for the bun, I'm using seeded brioche. Now, obviously McDonald's is not using a seeded brioche bun, but this bun is about the same size as the actual Big Mac, so that's why I'm going with it. And it looks kind of cool. The brioche with seeds on it looks cool. The one thing it's missing is what they call the club level bun, and that's this. That's a piece of bun, a piece of bread that goes in the center. Now, here's how I make this. And this kind of evolved. My technique has evolved over the years. But what you need to do this, and to do it to where it's really nice, is you have to sacrifice 1 bun. So, whoa, 1 whole bun, so bottom and top. One of these will make 2 club levels. So what I do is I'll freeze the sacrificial buns. I'll put them in the freezer, get them nice and frozen, and then you can cut off, like you can cut off the bottom of the heel here, or the bottom bun, I guess it's called. And then you can also take a section of the top bun and cut that to where, so let me see, this one here came off of one of my sacrificial top buns, and this one here came off of one of the bottom buns. And then you'll end up with some just really nice uniform club level buns. That's the way I do it, so it's got to be the best way, right? Anyway, got the griddle fired up. We're going to make some smashed Big Macs. Let's get going there. Running the griddle medium-high right here and medium right here. Here are those buns, and I'm going to start off giving these a toast. They don't give them it's not a real dark toast they give them there at McDonald's. But again, This is not a copycat, so if they come out dark, I intended that. Right. Now for the meat, I am going with two 2.7 ounce balls of 80/20 ground chuck. This is 1 ounce more than they're using at McDonald's. Those are tiny, tiny little burgers. Goes down. Get that smash going. And I'm gonna hold this for 10 seconds. A little salt and pepper. Let's give it a flip. All right, while those patties are finishing up, let's start building our Big Mac here. Start off with some of that special sauce. We're going edge to edge on the bottom bun. Some very finely minced onion. And some hand shredded iceberg lettuce. 1 slice of American cheese. And patty number 1 down. Now that club level bun, some more of that special sauce. Some more of that onion, that finely minced onion. 3 dill pickles, and I'm using much better pickles than they use over there at McDonald's. More of that shredded iceberg. Patty number 2, and that top bun. And I give you the smashed Big Mac. This looks good. It always puzzled me why they don't put any sauce on that top bun, but it's, what is it? Billions have sold, so they've got to be doing something right. All right, let's give this a go. It's always a kind of a nice surprise when I make one of these and I bite into it, you know, like make a copy of a Big Mac, because it's so familiar once you bite into it. I mean, obviously, you know, this is all fresh. The patties weren't frozen like they do at McDonald's, but it still has that, you know, that flavor that the Big Mac has. A lot of it has to do with the sauce, but also just the arrangement of everything, you know, the where the lettuce is and the pickles and everything. It's actually a very, I think, well designed burger, because everything does work. It seems like there's just a perfect amount of the condiments and everything. This is really good, and I think as a smash burger, it's probably a little bit better. I mean, there's a little bit more of that, you know, that really nice caramelized exterior there. So good. And these pickles are awesome. I buy these at my store, but I know they sell them all over the place. They're called Grillos. They're just like homemade or house-made, you know, pickles. Anyway, I did this for me. It's just something I wanted to do, and I hope you enjoyed it. I did. This is a good burger, and like I said, I have fun kind of putting little twists on very familiar burgers, and I think Big Mac's probably the most familiar burger in the world. But anyway, thank you for stopping by. If you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed yet, please consider hitting that sub button, ringing the notification bell, thumb it up if you like it. I hope you did, and keep those suggestions coming in. I always say it keeps this channel alive. I need those suggestions to kind of fuel the gray matter that's banging around in the skull here. See you in the next video. Cheers.